The learning component of the model includes crafting classroom activities according to the best principles of promoting learning. The principles of learning are active involvement, patterns and connections, informal learning, direct experience, reflection, compelling situation, frequent feedback, and enjoyable setting. More information on this can be found in the Technology as Facilitator of Quality Education model. Students in an elementary school class have developed and distributed a survey as part of a research project to collect information about the average reader of J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter books. The survey project presents students with a compelling situation. The students face the challenging task of writing survey questions that will give them the information that they need to answer their research questions. The students apply random sampling techniques as they decide on the best ways to distribute the survey. They apply various mathematical and language arts concepts as they create, distribute, and interpret the data from their survey. Since the students are pursuing their own learning interests, they display a high degree of motivation.
First of all, this kind of puzzle piece is timeline. Where have we gone? Where have we been? And where are we now in terms of this project we're on? First of all, just for the common good of everyone, what is our project? Who can give us a kind of sum it up in what is the project itself? What is our research? Talk it over in your group and then see if your group can come up with a good way to describe our project. All right, we have several hands up in the air. Michael, would you share with us?
What the average Harry Potter reader is like.
Okay, so our goal, our project goal then was to find out what the average Harry Potter reader is like. We've wanted to find ways to get the survey out to people. What are some of the ways we did this? What are some of the things that we did? Hunter, would you share with us?
We asked people to take the surveys home with them and give them to people.
And what people did we ask to take them home? Our class here, you mean? Okay, so we all took surveys home. And we could ask anybody we wanted to, couldn't we? All right, what's another thing that we did to get those out? Tyler, please.
Yeah, we're gonna, well, maybe we did yesterday, we're gonna give them to email them, well, fax them to libraries.
All right, super. So you gave two good things here. We emailed them and faxed them. We used both the email and the fax to get those surveys out to different libraries. All right, super. Thanks, Tyler.
The 17 students in the class answered the question, "What is your favorite character in the Harry Potter books?" They then use rational number concepts to compare their class results to the results of a survey in American Girl magazine. The students demonstrate critical and flexible thinking as they interpret a pie chart and a bar graph that depict the two sets of data.
Can anyone think of a fraction that is fairly close to 35%? Talk to each other. Is that a good sampling? What do you think, David?
No, because there's a lot more people in the world. There's like, I don't know how many people in the world.
But a lot more than that? Why is their answer a little bit different? Because they round it off. And is that okay to do that when we're doing mental math, when we're trying to find about how much? All right, very good for the Gryffindors. How about for the Hufflepuffs?
Well, we added 653 plus 653. We got 1,306, and then we added another 653.
So you added it 3 different times, as opposed to multiplying it.
Yeah, and we got 1,959. That's about 2,000.
So are we in agreement that it's about 2,000 people that answered their survey? What could be an important variable? Eric, please.
Well, if you put it in American Girl, a lot of girls are going to answer it. Maybe they like girls in books better than they like guys. And if you put it like in a dirt bike magazine, more guys are going to answer it. Because it's not like a guy's going to go read American Girl.
All right. Or answer a survey from there?
Yeah.
The students establish patterns and connections as they learn how fractions, percents, and graphs relate to population samples and variable interpretations of data. A forward-reaching transfer occurs as the students begin to understand that they can apply the knowledge and skills they have acquired in order to interpret the data from their own survey. When a student makes a comment that could be considered impolite, the teacher uses it as an opportunity. She raises the students' awareness of how their choice of words can affect other people.
Michael, what did your group think?
An old man's magazine.
So a magazine for elderly men? Is that kind of a nicer way to then say old man? Elderly men, maybe? Would that be when you get to be old, would you rather be called an old man or an elderly gentleman? Well, I don't know. It might be nicer to say elderly gentleman, a magazine for elderly gentlemen. Why do you think that? Why do you think elderly gentlemen?
Because Dumbledore is old.
He's older, isn't he? Exactly. Eric, please. Thank you, Michael.
The students learn a lesson about using respectful language, even though that was not the goal of the activity. This kind of incidental learning goes beyond the intent of the lesson and provides an opportunity for informal learning. The students work in cooperative groups to decide on 2 questions they want to answer with the data from their survey. The teacher encourages the students to think about their work in terms of their school district's essential learnings.
I know you know these things. Our effective or our essential learnings that are K through 12 in Waverly Shell Rock, being an effective communicator. Think about how you are doing that. Demonstrating awareness of the audience. Who are you getting this material from? The sensitivity, the communication. How are we writing and reading? And how does that affect what you're doing today? Being a knowledgeable person, a quality producer. We certainly want our finished product to show that. We want to show that we are critical thinkers and problem solvers. When you get those charts and graphs, are they going to make sense? Put it back into that fraction, percent, decimal concepts and see, now, is that really, does it make sense? Is it logical? And being the collaborative worker. That's an awfully important part all the time of a project like this. So our essential learnings are certainly one of the goals of doing the whole project. So be thinking about those again today as we do this.
This kind of metacognitive activity gives the students the opportunity for reflection. The teacher gives the students frequent feedback as they decide on the questions they want to answer using the data from the survey. She provides supportive feedback to one group, commenting on the strategy the students used to organize their research, questions, and their predictions.
How about your predictions?
Here.
Now, can you actually prove the predictions based on the questions we've asked?
For this question,
I'm going to interrupt, but I like the way you've organized it. You've got question 1, prediction 1 to go with that. Question 2, prediction 2. That was good.
fit it. Yeah.
All right, but that's a good strategy. It makes it look neat and easy to read.